Hello, this is JRdan MML, and this is me doing another type of challenge that I wanted to do. I don't know if I'll make this into a series, but let's find out. I'm pretty much doing this live off the top of my head. I do have notes on the side here, so maybe I should just read those notes instead and see what I want to do. But if you looked at the title of the video, it should be Spellbound. So what a Spellbound run is, and I'll probably throw up a little picture just to help, just in case you need to see it. But I'm going to explain all the rules here. So basically, my Spellbound challenge is survive with all characters without dying under the following criteria. Must use at least one spell per mystery, or every mystery. Must obtain at least one spell in every town mystery, and therefore I must forget a spell if I'm maxed out. Must always have 2 spells learned at all times, which pretty much means in my first mystery I will be learning 2 spells off the bat. And by that, to extend upon that, if there's a town mystery, I will need to go into that town mystery immediately, or a town mystery immediately to learn 2 spells. I must finish the game with the maximum number of spells that can be learned, basically reach the max spell limit. If not, then that run doesn't count, pretty much. And the last little caveat is that I must take Arcane Grasp if it appears. I once said that if a spell-based perk appears, then I would take it, but I changed that to Arcane Grasp. Just that way, I mean, I'm not trying to make it easier, it's just easier to remember overall. So, again, this is a quick play True Believer rules, so sudden death as well, so yeah. So, Hunted by the Cult Fire God. I think I just had this one for my OVA too, for my 9 out of 10 challenge. I also have Miku here. So, knowing that I need to learn at least 2 spells per or 2 spells off the bat, and learn 1 spell every mystery, I need to remember that. Otherwise, yeah. But basically what I do is I run a quick play here, and I guess how I plan to do with rotate through all characters, because I think I'll just start with the one character and then move basically to the right. So the thing is, you can make your custom playthroughs act like a quick play, or close enough that it doesn't matter. I took the one fun out just to try to do a strat, but yeah, I just did quick play this one time. But once I start another, if I do keep on going with this, then I will hit quick play just to randomize the god and backstory. But then I'll go into custom play and then move my character so that I can select characters easier. So I gotta immediately run to the library to learn 2 spells at minimum. So there's 1, Absorb, and there's 2, and I must use 1 spell per mystery. I also accidentally clicked it again, so you have to watch out. If you hit the return book and go back, you can't exit. Maybe you can exit, so that's unfortunate. I took 9 Doom already. But in EOS or every normal town mystery, you will only do a maximum of 9 investigations if you do the side quest, which is what I will do. My voice is still kind of bleh, but yeah, the investigations in between are what can increase your doom. So it's not always the 7 to 9 doom; it's whatever you get in between. If I had iGod, this would also be a fun thing. Yeah, I didn't make my challenge solely iGod just for the sake of making things spicier, I guess, with the random god and backstory. So none of these are really too. I mean, in an emergency, they're okay, but yeah, normally those are things that I will hold on to unless absolutely need to forget or cast them in the case that such a situation comes up. I think all 3 of those spells are like that. Save for if you run to the one that gives you knowledge and perception is yeah, I have to just do this because there's a high chance I fail. But the one that gives me +1 knowledge, +1 perception, I might want to save that for a certain event that can make things free. And I don't think it's God specific. I might be wrong, but yeah, I haven't worked with spells too much or done try to go through magician builds as how some people would say it. My throat is still really killing me somewhat, and my mic volume is still a little loud. But I try not to shout if I set it myself up like this. I'm gonna get the most expensive one here because yeah, let's not risk an injury. I almost never go to the right one on me, even though it's technically just a stat check. But yeah. So here, maybe I could use a spell here, because like I said, I do need to use 1 spell per mystery. So 2 damage, 2 stamina, will that allow me? I don't have a weapon either. So maybe I could just use a spell and leave, or run away. Or I could do this. What will this allow me to do? Let's check, just in case. So, I could just not brace against this guy, because he's still doing -2 stamina anyway, with Kana mitigating damage. Yeah. So let's see here. He's gonna give me a concussion, but that's fine because Miku is not really knowledge based. I mean, I know it starts off that way, but did concussion get nerfed too? I swear this used to be -2 to knowledge. And I am on True Believer, right? So I thought that was the difference between difficulties, but maybe not. But yeah, like I said, I don't mind if I get more concussions. I'm not really going to use knowledge. Yes, it's going to suck for my stat checks, but yeah. Ooh, I could have ended the battle right there if I did, like, Mind Drain. Yeah, that was unfortunate. So, yeah, I should have done that earlier to save myself on damage. So maybe, yeah, if I use spells like that, maybe I should actually try to do them early like that. I'm going to rest early now, and I know I'm True Believer because that's +4 Doom for +2 Stamina and Reason. I'm going to rest again just in case I get Feeded Fumes. I might as well do it now. These burnt notes are going to do nothing, so I'm going to put them in the storage. And we're good to go. So, like I said, with the extra spells that I have, it's nice to heal Reason if I need to instead. So, I might do that for Absorb, actually. No. Escape, that's Reason loss, but I'm low on Stamina. Or I could Absorb from my next enemy, assuming I reach another enemy. I guess actually, I should add I should change one of my requisites, because if I go into a mystery that's not in town, I won't be able to learn a spell because I don't have school. I guess in that case, yeah, so what I'll do is, if I know I have a mystery that involves me not going to town, then I'll just learn, and I did get Feeded Fumes, but I'll learn an extra spell for the mystery that I won't go to, which is what I did on accident, but I guess that's just what I'll do now. So I learned 3 spells, so I don't need to, I should be taking a mystery that requires me to, why did I take Reason? That requires me to go outside of town, like Vigil or Festival. To that end, I will not limit myself. So say that another thing I wanted to consider for my this Spellbound challenge is that I wanted to make it so that if I ran into an event during one of these out of town mysteries, that if I knew to take a spell during event, but you can't know that beforehand. And I guess you could if you knew for sure, but yeah, I won't. That's a little too much because I might forget, and that can make things really, really messy. So I won't do that. So like I said, but I did come up with a solution, which is what I said. Learn +1 spell in the town mystery in case you have mysteries where you will be not going into town. This also means that since I didn't learn a 4th spell, I should not be going to Vigil after this. So, still don't have a weapon. Oh, I do have a weapon. I have a baseball bat, but I did not equip it because I don't know why. So now I'm just forced to kick again. With Fire God, but still, she would have done -1 all, but she would have done -2 all if she was on Fire God alone, but I have Kana with me, so it brings her back down to -1 all. I also have to cast spell, which is what I should have did right there. Should have done right there. Doomed already. Might as well take it. And I'll take the Stamina, because I'll be healing Reason passively, unless I just get pounded into Reason. Get my Reason pounded from just events. Also, I learned a spell right there, which is nice. But like I said, if I added that requisite to my Spellbound challenge, that would be a little hard. Also, I've doomed already, so it's mitigating. So I just took the skill check. I still need to perform a spell, so I'm gonna do it right here. So I'm going to. Oh, that's 4 Reason though. That's a lot of Reason. Is there any other? No. So I have to Mind Drain here. And I'm going to forget the end of the mystery. So maybe I should forget this one. And I need to learn a spell next mystery anyway. So yeah, I'm going to forget these 2. And let's go. I forgot to equip my bat again. That's unfortunate. Because I probably could have... I would have 2-shot her for sure. But now with this, I'm a little... please kill her too. Okay, now I will equip my bat. I am sorry. I'm a magician though, but yeah. So, god, I can't click. But yeah, immediately head into factory to clear the mystery. And I should be going into Sailors next because I did not learn the spell. Also, Festival was my second mystery. I need to remember that from the Lighthouse. In the end, Spellbound is probably not harder than my 9 out of 10 challenge, but like I said, this is still fun for me. And yeah, some people might not consider, some people might even consider the 9 out of 10 challenge not as hard either. But this is what I choose to do, okay? So actually, I'm gonna get more reason here. And did I take out these funds? I did. So I got pickpocketed though. That's why I'm missing funds. I have to take sailors, and I have to learn a spell for vigil. I think I needed to learn a spell for this mystery as well. So that's +6 doom for 2 spells. So I'll learn another spell just in case my last mystery was another one. So that means I need to do this 3 times. Ooh, I can't click. Let me click. I learned 2 mind drains, so I'm just going to forget it because there's no point to having both of them. Unless they're only single use, but so I guess that's what I can do. Instead, I could just... So I guess I could just make it where you just have to learn the number of spells as the number of mysteries. That way you can get them out of the way, I guess, but you know. No, but yeah, because I don't remember what my last mystery was. I guess I'll keep things the same. So I'm gonna make it. Oh my god, what am I doing here? I just take the experience. Oops, I keep hitting the right option as if I'm. But I have 43% doom on my 3rd mystery, so it's not too bad. It's just I'm kind of mad at myself for what I've done. So I'm gonna forget that. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake. Because like I said, if I go into Lighthouse and survive the run with less than my max amount of spells, then I'm just going to invalidate that run. So, this is a check. Nope, I wanted to pass that, but that was unfortunate. So, Mika works with higher Doom anyway, so a Spellbound challenge run might be okay with her, because you raise Doom by learning spells at the library. Also, another thing about the side quests, I guess for like things like sailors and mermaids, this is a spell here, if I learn it. Itho2 Flame, it could be nice. I have yet to cast 1 spell though, so I might need to do that soon. I'll have to cast Shadow Shroud or this. So Burning Man, I think the damage also applies to ghosts as well. So let's do that now. Yep, it does. So I kill him in 2 now. And he only does -1 stamina. Hopefully he doesn't burn me, otherwise I have to heal that. And yeah, so that should be that, and we're good to go. Got corpse dust, but I don't have 2 items, so I'm not going to throw that away. I'm going to hold that just in case I need experience. +2 doom, that's unfortunate. There's nothing else I could have done there though. That's because you're forced to do the check. Buy them around or try talking. Let's do that, and we're good to go. They take them away, and like I said, for sailors and some other mysteries where it has things like this, like like the Forest is Angry or Missing Sailors. It says new events available though, so it shouldn't raise my threat level. But for some other things, I clicked out of World of Horror for some reason. But for the events, sometimes it raises the threat level as well. So just being aware of these small little things. But I think that one doesn't really do anything right now as of version 0.9.14. Do I have Faded Fumes? I mean, either way, I'm taking this. So I'll be forgetting spells, so I'm going to rely on that to keep my reason low. So yeah, I think I do have Faded Fumes. I just looked at the icon, it looks like Faded Fumes, so I basically just nullified Faded Fumes with Hot Bath, which means it's still +4 Doom for +2 Stamina Reason gain. Okay, so I do have Mermaids, so I can learn another spell if I need to. But I will do Vigil first, because I've already learned a spell for Vigil. So I might as well do it. I could have saved it for last, I guess, by my own rule set, but yeah. So, I have Hot Bath, so that's also nice here. So I just happen to get the event that works out for me. Take a Vigil pamphlet, and let's try to do the Vigil. Because I'll probably end up using Itho2 Flame on the old man. Clap, 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 bow. I can't click. Clap, clap, clap. Bow, foot. Okay. No, please don't demonetize me. I'm not even monetized anyway, but Curse Stalker doesn't really do much. I'm thankful for that. Light up the fireplace. Pass the check, so that's actually doing better than I thought, at least in terms of my current RNG in this mystery alone. But we'll see what happens after a while. I'll take the guaranteed out because I don't want to raise my doom or fail any checks. Might as well not try, right? You could have, but like I said, you're rolling RNG at that point. A lot of people like to complain about them having like 8 or 9 or even 10 stats and still failing, but in the end, you're at the mercy of RNG. Yes, theoretically, by the math, you should be able to pass the check a lot of the time, but it's not 100%. Therefore, it's 0%. Or not 50-50, that's what I wanted to say. Not 0%. That's ill-fated. Yeah, they should be getting done with this vigil soon. I have to remember to cast a spell. 10 experience for 3 doom, that's not the worst thing in the world. And then explore one more time, and the vigil should be over. Alternatively, I could... Ooh, Ritual Mask. Ritual Mask, but doesn't increase your ritual speed. Instead, it's the Karosa Mask. I guess that's more fitting, considering what it means. I don't know off the top of my head, even though I studied Japanese. But, yeah, let's do this. I could lower damage by 1, which is ultimately it lowers the... Oh, no, he's a human, so that doesn't count. 2 reason for 3 damage, or overall 5 for 7. Does this allow me to break a threshold? Probably, but it's the most even of them, so I'll just do it anyway. Let's do... no, I could do 2 for 10. And if I brace here, it doesn't really mean anything because I do the same amount of damage in the same amount of quote-unquote time that I spend bracing. So I'm just going to be taking a lot of doom here. I could brace here if I do 7, but it's not guaranteed. And I don't think my brace is low enough. Let's check. Because isn't this 107? Yeah, it was. So I can't even do that. Unless I sacrifice a guest, but... and I could, technically for survival's sake, I could do that, but... yeah, if I could brace into a strong attack, I would have done it. That way, he would have done he would have done 1 doom instead of 2. But I couldn't do that. So unless I did cast another spell, actually, I should have done that. I could have done that. But well, I think overall it would have been a loss casting a spell because it would have been -3 reason for 2 damage, I believe, or 3 damage. I can't remember at the top of my head. The top of my head right now. I took the experience here so I could level up immediately. And I will be forced to learn another spell, so yeah. So I'm going to do Charisma, that way I can 8 everything. I'm also going to take Perception, that way I'll really have 8 and everything, unless I get a Injury. Also, I forgot what my second mystery was. Was it Festival? I think it was Festival, right? So with the spells I have right now, I will need to do one of these. I think I'm going to forget this, and then yeah, I'm forced to go to the library because of my own Spellbound challenge, and I have to click the center one, that way I do that. Let's see, +1 knowledge, discard on use. That's unfortunate because I have to have that. I guess that's the... Yeah, so I'll just keep it the same. So if I use this, it'll disappear, and I can't do that, unless I could learn another spell for 3 doom, but I don't want to do that either. So, I don't think I'll level up again, so I'm just going to rush this mystery and try to keep my doom as low as possible. This is fortunate. So threat level, and I don't think there's really anything. A +1 knowledge, I guess, but that discard on use means for my Spellbound challenge, I don't want to do that. Look at my reason, it's at 12, but this will cost nothing. So then I can get out for free. So I should have about 5 investigations left, and I ignore threat level, so anything at max I don't need to deal with. This, however, I don't even get that. And I don't think, yeah, so I think I'm using the baseball bat. That's why the baseball bat is actually isn't really too great here. Unless my strength was a little higher, but and now it has reached a little higher, but it's a little too late now. Also, the thing I wanted to do was I might have done it instead of Spellbound, but instead I learned that I needed to do some tests to do certain things like basically what I want to do is because there's an option during custom playthrough to randomize the item stats. So like I assume it's weapons and stuff, but I've never really used it myself. So I actually wanted to test it out before I did anything. Decide to walk, that's +1 doom, but I'll take it as opposed to, I think that's more doom. I forgot right now. Like I said, I still haven't remembered every single event. Ooh. I don't want to run, though. I do have a lump of flesh for more healing. Oof. -3 stamina. I do have to brace here. That way I can save myself some turns. Or some resources. Do I get one? I do just only get one. So 3, 3. Can I fit 2 of them? Both of these are 100% too. So 12. Basically at 12, I one-shot her. So I want to do this. Can I do this? Because this is 100%, right? Yeah, so I can do that instead. But I can't do 2 of them, so I should be able to. So I only take 2 stamina for this fight, right? If I did this right, then I can do this into this, and that should be 12 damage, and she dies. So, like I said, maximizing the amount of stamina you lose, or amount of stamina and or reason or doom that you lose if it does doom damage. Look for first aid kit is stamina. Otherwise, if I fail, nothing really happens, so I'll do that. And here I'm going to take burns. I could try to kill him as well, but that's going to be more than it's worth. Because Takashi-san is the only thing that's going to be waiting for me. And all he does is doom damage. Well, not all he does, but he does doom damage, just to state it as fact. I normally don't worry about it, though. That's why I say he only does, because I look down on him that much. So, and he has killed me some runs, but that's mainly my fault and not the fact that it's more me and less him, basically. So I can rest twice, and I should be more than good to do this. Did I cast the spell that last mystery? Tell me I cast the spell that last mystery. Oh yeah, I cast Shadow Shroud. I believe is what I got. I succeed all these skill checks except for the light one, so actually I'm really, really healthy here. As I said it, you know, but but I succeed everything else here. I might actually level up to make myself look nice. Actually, I have burn, so I don't want to take this mask off. So I don't think I'll reach Takashi-san anymore. This should be just another one. This is Festival, and even if I failed it, I would have survived. So yeah, this was Spellbound, and it didn't seem that hard, but we'll see in the coming days. Especially with quick play rules, so you can randomize an old god in background. But yeah, so yeah, that's the end of this Spellbound. I might do more. But for this first episode, I'm just going to keep it this way. That way I can determine whether or not I want to keep doing this or move on to another one. Or basically showcase more challenges that I might consider doing, because I do have a couple written down that are interesting. And I think definitely one or two of them are harder than Spellbound. So that's like I said, that was Spellbound challenge. You can see the stats right here. You can pause it because I'm about to go if you want to look at the stats more. But yeah, so survive with all characters without dying under the following criteria, unless I make this a one-off, or I'll just call this episode 1 and make an episode 2 later, remembering that I already succeeded with Miku. Must use at least cast or use at least one spell every mystery. Must obtain at least one spell in every town mystery. But what I'm going to add to that, especially in edit, is that learn an additional spell if there's a mystery that is not in town, therefore you can't go to the library. Must always have at least 2 spells learned at all times. So that's something that I might forget, but basically, I mean, I guess I'll be a little lenient, so if I have 1 spell, I'll try to learn another spell immediately, or maybe they'll just change that. And then finish the game with the maximum number of spells that can be learned, aka reach the max spell limit, and then take Arcane Grasp if it appears. That's a lot of rules, so I'll see what I ultimately go with. But yeah, that's my Spellbound challenge. If anyone else wants to do it too, feel free to do so. I mean, it's not like I'm here to stop you. It's just something I came up with, but you know, I do it for fun. So yeah, that was the end of Spellbound. Tell me what you like about it, or if you don't like it, or what you would criticize, or just comment about it in the comments section below. And but thank you for watching this video. I still plan to do more, and that should be the end of this video. Jay or Dan MML out. I call myself JJ because that used to be one of my nicknames, but part of a nickname. But yeah, that'll be the end of this video. And once again, and last to say out, thank you for watching.